Welcome to Moments with Marianne. I'm so delighted we're spending this time here today. We have a very inspiring show coming right up with special guest John-Schneider, and he's here today to share with us a few inside scoops about some projects he's working on. As many of you know, actor and country music hitmaker John-Schneider was recently featured on season 27 of ABC's Dancing with the Stars. John was part of Team Super Duke, which paid homage to his iconic roles in the Superman-themed Smallville and the-Dukes-of-Hazzard. John currently stars as Jim Cryer on the hit series Tyler Perry's The Have and the Have-Nots. It's a #1 primetime series on cable on Tuesday nights. So let's welcome to the show John-Schneider.
Thank you very much. This is so great. I'm delighted that you're having me on the show.
Oh, my goodness, what a pleasure it is to have you here. And, you're doing all these great things. I remember you back, when I was watching Dukes of Hazzard back in the day. And so you've done Smallville. You've got all these great things that you've been working on.
Well, thanks. It's kind of scary to me because Dukes of Hazzard my final audition for Dukes of Hazzard was October 30th, 1978. So we are sitting right on 40 years here, and it doesn't seem like that's possible. But it's been a great run. I'm enjoying every bit of it. The whole Dancing with the Stars thing is just monumentally hard and challenging, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. Well, every other minute of it.
That's got to be a toughie because you're pretty good. You're out there. You're doing these phenomenal dance moves, and at the same time, I think most of America is sitting back going, "Gosh, wish we could move like that,"
Well, we do incredible amounts of rehearsal, at least 5 hours a day, so that I'm trying not to go out there and make a fool of myself. So yeah, it's really something. I think given the instruction we get from Dancing with the Stars, that I think most people could move out there pretty well. If they have any aptitude at all, any rhythm, I think they can do well.
So, John, so you've been Dancing with the Stars. You're with Emma Slater. I know it takes a long time for the practice. When you guys are doing these different routines, like how much practice are you really getting in every day for that?
We do at least 5 hours a day. And the thing is, all these dances they're completely different. The foxtrot has no relation to the jive, which has no relation to a waltz, which really has no relation to a paso doble or jazz. So every week we are having at least 25 hours of rehearsal to learn an entirely new discipline. And it's wild. It didn't really occur to me how much work that was going to be, especially mind work. We are jumping around and doing dance steps, which is physically challenging, but trying to remember these steps and know what's coming next and not skip anything is really, really difficult. Which I hadn't thought of. I didn't know that dancing was going to be so advanced. It's really advanced choreography that we're doing. So I'm enjoying it. It's a tremendous challenge. I think it's the most challenged I've been, I don't know, maybe ever. And I've done Broadway. So this is really something I wasn't quite expecting. But I'm enjoying, like I said, about maybe every third minute of it I'm not enjoying, but the rest of it is great.
Well, you look fabulous out there doing it, and you could fool us because it looks like you've been doing these type of dances. Like you're just a pro at it, so you definitely have it down. Yeah, without it down.
When I'm out there, I'm determined to have the best time and, certainly give it my best shot. And the performance part I just love. We don't have a chance to rehearse tomorrow, so today Emma and I will be together for 10 hours. So we're doing our 2 5-hour sessions in one day, and that's tough.
That is so tremendously difficult, spending that amount of time practicing. My goodness. I mean, I don't think anyone realizes how hard that is. The good thing is that we know that with the cut and everything, that you are coming back in 2 weeks for the season finale. So we're very excited, and know our listeners are extremely excited to hear that you're going to be dancing at that. So yay, we're going to see you at that one too. We'll be cheering you on.
Thank you.
Not that you need our help. I mean, you're good at doing what you're doing there.
Oh, well, no, I tell you what, I think I'm there because people have been voting. I think I'm still there because people have been voting, both the calls and also the online voting. It's been very important to me because, the judges' scores have not been that great. But to make that easier, we designed an app that's just John-Schneider, and it's free. And it can take people to all the new music and all the movies and all the concert tour schedule. So if you folks are so inclined, if you are app inclined, then whether you have an Android or an iPhone, get on there, go to the store, and get the free John Schneider app.
Well, I've got it downloaded on my phone, and I highly suggest others do the same. Yeah, it makes it so easy. I mean, whoever thought of that, man, that's one clever cookie,
That'd be Alicia. That'd be my smile. Yeah, she came up with that. It's a great idea, and it's been fantastic. So, and like I say, also you can find out the concert schedule, see if I'm going to be anywhere near you. We even have an Airbnb at the studio in Louisiana, so you can actually come stay with us if you want at the studio property. So that's pretty cool too.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing!
Yeah.
What great fun and what a great opportunity that is to be at the studio space. My goodness.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and Louisiana is so beautiful. We've got rivers and lakes and swamps, and we've had a bunch of people just come and stay so that they can enjoy the pool. Of course, the pool is closed right now, but people are showing up now so they can fish. So if you're into fishing, you can come to John Schneider Studios, stay the weekend, and enjoy some great fishing on the lake.
I bet there's lots of catfish to be had out there.
There's all sorts of critters in that water. Yeah.
Well, I know you're such a huge, busy guy in Hollywood. I'd love for you to kind of share with us because, you've been on Tyler Perry's Haves and the Have-Nots and Smallville. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That must have been so much fun to be on both of those shows.
Well, yeah, they are. Smallville was so great. Playing Jonathan Kent was a wonderful opportunity for me. I really, really enjoyed being that character. And when I go do comic shows and autograph signings and things, the fan base of Smallville is just tremendous. And I have a lot of people coming up with, big guys with tears in their eyes saying they cried when Jonathan Kent died on that show. And it really shows that television can make a really wonderful impact on people. But of course, in the Haves and Have-Nots, I play really kind of a nasty fellow. So people just come up to me and give me kind of a wry look like, you dog, you're a bad man. And they seem to really like the Batman. Like everybody was in love with J.R. Ewing on Dallas. Well, it seems like that's what's happening to me with Jim Cryer on the Haves and Have-Nots. So, folks, if you have not seen the Haves and Have-Nots yet, we're in our 5th season. So check it out on the Oprah Winfrey Network on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock Central. And we have been the number one show on cable overall every Tuesday night since our premiere. So it's a really good show. People call it kind of a guilty pleasure because people in it are crazy, including me, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, and you haven't always played such a great guy, but in many of the acting parts that you've had over the years, you've been just kind of this wholesome, lovable guy. Was it difficult for you to play kind of this kind of bad man on the Have and
Not really. Not really. It's fun to be able to stretch out a little bit. I played quite a number of years ago. I played the devil on Touched by an Angel. That was a stretch, but it's fun, and it's kind of a way for me to find out what my acting chops are really like. You know, playing the nice guy is fairly easy, and not complicated. But playing the bad guy, there's a lot of complexity to playing someone who is really kind of nasty. And I'm enjoying it. Like I said, we did 5 seasons of The Haves and Have-Nots. It's on right now, on Tuesday nights right now. And people are loving it. You remember also in the great old days of television, I did Diagnosis Murder a couple of times. I did a couple of the police shows, Miami, CSI Miami, and shows like that. And when you're a guest star on those shows, you're always the bad guy, because the stars of the show are the good guys. Did a show called Leverage and played a really terrible person on that. And I've got to tell you, I've heard for years that it's more fun and more challenging to play the bad guy. And I have to say now, from firsthand experience, it's true. It's absolutely true.
Mm. Well, that just shows the depth and breadth of your ability to be such a great actor, to be able to just pivot and be in these roles like you've been.
Well,
it really just shows how awesome you are as an actor and all that.
Well, I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, well, and so I know that you also, a lot of people know you as this musician as well, and you have a new album that just came out.
Yeah, in fact, we released a new song every Tuesday of 2018. So the album is actually called the-odyssey. It's a 5 CD set. You can get them individually, or you can get them all together for Christmas. We're working like crazy during all this other stuff to get these CDs up and running and ready for Christmas orders. But it's kind of a life's work in a year's time. So we have songs about great, good old country beer drinking songs, and great songs about love lost, great songs about a life well lived. But they're they're written by folks like Chuck Cannon, who wrote How Do You Like Me Now, the big Toby Keith smash hit. Bobby Tomerlin, Whispering Bill Anderson, Paul Overstreet. We've got some of the best songwriters in the world on this record. So on this set of CDs. They're not records anymore, I suppose. But it's really been fantastic. And the first 2 have been out for a couple of months, Beginnings and Wanderlust, and people are loving that music. So if you want to, folks, if you want to check it out, you can go the long way and go to Spotify or iTunes and check it out, or you can just get the app, and then you can click on the music, and that will do all the work for you. You can kind of kick the tires, if you will, and listen to some of the songs, or listen to all the songs if you want, and then decide if you want to get any of the CDs. Of course, we're independently produced and independently financed, so I would really appreciate it if you would actually purchase the CDs, because then we'll get to do some more next year.
Oh, well, we definitely want to do that, because we want to make sure that we get more great music next year and go through another experience of having a new album. Who doesn't want to have that? My goodness,
Yay! Yes, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, and, gosh, we've got so much to cover, so little time, because you've got to go get your dancing shoes on. But one thing I do want to chat about is the children, well, actually a couple more things. The Children's Miracle Network. I had no idea that you co-founded that with Marie Osmond.
Yeah, we're 35 years old, and we started that so that we could raise money for Children's Hospital specifically. And one of the founding principles is that the money stays locally, which I think is why we've been so successful. One of the reasons why we've been so successful is people, if they're going to give money to something, number one, they want to know 100% is going to go to the cause, but they also want to know where it's going to be spent. And in most charities, the money goes somewhere else, and a committee decides how to spend it and what to spend it on. Well, in Children's Miracle Network hospitals, it stays right wherever you are and goes to your children's hospital, and they are the ones who decide how to spend it. So we are, like I said, 35 years old, and we have raised right at $6 billion, that's with a B, $6 billion for children's hospitals all across the United States and Canada. So I'm very, very proud of that.
Oh, I can see why you would be. And what's interesting, we've had Meryl and Justin Osmond on the show here before talking about the Children's Miracle Network.
Oh, terrific.
The impact it makes. Yeah. So to have that feedback and to know the money stays within your community, what a great thing to donate to, especially before the end of the year. Is that something that can be found on the app as well?
We do have a donation button there, but actually it'd be much easier if you just look up Children's Miracle Network. Go to Children's Miracle Network Hospitals online, and you will be able to make a donation directly to your children's hospital through that website. That'd be my advice.
I think that's.
Why put something else in the middle? I'd love to be there, but why put somebody else in the middle? So just go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And it'll be great. And know that the money stays locally. So it's really a tremendous charitable organization. And I believe we're still the number one as far as fundraising goes. We're the number one children's charity in the world.
It's just making such a huge difference, making such an impact in the lives of others. And my goodness, I'm so glad we got to talk about that for a little bit. And before I let you go, I know you've got all these great events coming up. We've got some holiday events. Why don't you share with us?
Yes, we do. We've got Bozar, the Christmas Bozar at John Schneider Studios. Going to have a bunch of my music buddies in, and we do Christmas carols and a kind of a sleigh ride, which is really a trailer that looks like a sleigh pulled by a tractor, but you have to use your imagination. And we'll have some great Cajun Christmas cooking. We'll have hot chocolate, and it's going to be a great time. And one of the things that they do in Louisiana to celebrate just about every holiday is a bonfire. So we have a friend of ours building it's about a 20-foot tall Christmas tree out of scrap wood that we'll have a bonfire, and we'll be singing Christmas carols around the bonfire. And I promise you it's going to be an experience like you've never had before. We also are opening up the studio to our Christmas light hazard Christmas parade. So it's not a parade that goes by you. It's a parade like a Christmas light parade where you're in your car and you drive around and you look at all the great Christmas lights and hear some music and again have some hot chocolate and have a great time with the whole family. Now those are on the app. If you get the app, you can go right to events at JSS, and then you'll see that we've got all these great things coming up.
Yeah, and what's perfect is it's just right around the corner, so you don't have to wait for the holidays to be here. I mean, it's happening from the 23rd, until December 15th. So, get your tickets before they sell out. Yeah.
Yay! It will be fun. I think the VIP tickets are sold out, but you can find that out on the app. That's for the Bozar. But go to the app if there's still tickets there, then get you one or two or three or five, and come on out and have a big time at John Schneider Studios in Holden, Louisiana.
Sounds like lots of fun. I'm looking for my ticket right now.
Come get a ticket. Come on.
Come get your tickets.
Yay.
John, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
It's my pleasure. I enjoyed every moment of it. This was fun.
Well, thank you, John. It has been such a pleasure to spend this time with you and, of course, to talk about all the great things you're working on. For our listeners that are interested in connecting with John, of course, you heard about the app, and you can also visit his website. Again, that's john-schneider-studios.com. We'll have the link below. Also, don't forget to tune in for the finals of Dancing with the Stars. John's going to be there with his partner, Emma Slater, so make sure to tune in and let's cheer him on. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne. And remember, make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Marianne is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary, a recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Marianne will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Moments with Marianne airs every Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmarianne.com for more information.